Hi everyone, and yesterday we learned about different input methods what we have in SAS, like a list input, column input, formatted input, and name input. So there are four input methods we have learned, and we have seen some possibilities like how we can able to import the data and all the stuff. Now today we will move to the next concept called how to read different date values. As of now, we know how to handle your character values and how to handle your numerical values. Whereas coming to the date comes under which format it is. Is it character values or numerical values? How you can able to read, we will see in detailed manner and one by one. To explain that one by one, so first of all, let me just open my SAS software. So here is icon, I'm just opening it. Okay, now the SAS software is ready. Now we will start with writing our own programs one by one. So how we can handle the dates? So you can see sometimes the date will be in the form of 12th slash 10th slash 2014. Some cases the dates will be like this. Some cases 10th hyphen 12th month hyphen 2014. Some cases the date will be 10th JAN 2014 or something like that. Some cases you will have only Jan 2014, something like that. You will have a different dates. Now if I go for this particular date value, is it character or numeric? It's a bit difficult for you to understand because actually speaking it's a numerical value, but the data is separating with a space again slashes here. Then the confusion will place into a role. Is it which one is character and which one is the numeric and all those stuff? It's going to be a big problem. To avoid that situation, what we do is we try to create a new data set. I'm just writing it data. I'm writing a new data set name. Anything you can put it. I will go for a new dates or something like that. The data set name, and I'm just writing it. Or maybe I will write the instead of new dates, I will write the patient joining dates or else join dates. Join dates is the data set name. Maybe the patient is joining in the hospital. Input statement, I'm just specifying it. PID, patient ID, age of the patient, and as well as a date of the patient. That means the joining date of the patient and semicolon. So here let me put everything in a quotation so that why I am always writing a quotations, if I'm not writing a quotations, you can see the input statement is correct only, but still it is appearing red color because some of the statements is not properly written before it. So that's the reason why I have to comment it. So I just give it a comment plus by applying of control with question mark. Data join dates is your data set name. You have specified input statement PID, age, and JDate. Sorry, that is your maybe date, or else maybe I can write it one more way, the same variable name called JDate, joining date of the patient. Cards is a statement. In the card statement, I'm just specifying it. PID may be 100, age of the patient will be 85 years. Joining date of the patient will be the 12th hyphen 10th hyphen 2015. Another patient information I have it. Maybe the patient is ID 100. Maybe he is 45 years old. He joined on maybe 10th or else 12th hyphen 6th hyphen 2015. One more person had joined. Just imagine maybe he is 70 years old. So he is like a, maybe it's a ninth, that means 09 slash and 21 slash 2010. I'm writing it and giving a semicolon and run. Now my interest is I want to read this data like this. Just imagine this guy is born on 10th 12th month, that means December 10th of 2015. So he joined in this particular hospital. Maybe this guy, he joined on December 6th of 2015 he joined, but he joined on 21st of 9th, means what, September 2010 he joined, or something like that. If I run it, try to run this particular data, why? Because I'm thinking that PID also numeric, age also numeric, and joining date also numeric. I'm just expecting. If I try to run this particular program and execute it now, and now you can see that the new data set got created. Go to the libraries and work library. Join dates is the data set. You can see PID, there is no problem, 100, 200, 300. Age is 85, 45 and 70. But joining date, you have a missing here, here and here. Why the joining dates are missing? What is the problem with the joining dates? Because joining dates, yes, continue, madam.
Some symbols are there.
Yes, exactly. You're right. So joining date is the problem because some symbols we are using it. The symbols are nothing but slashes, dashes, and these are all the stuff we are using. That's the reason why SAS getting confused to read this type of dates. But our final interest is, even though if the data is like this, there is no change in the data at all. You have to read it. How you can read it? You need to write a statement called Informat. Informat is the statement is used to read a date formats into SAS. So what is the dates? That is your first is your month. That means MM. I need it. Next is a date. That is your DD. And next is year. That is YY. YY only two times is enough. YY. How many digits is total length? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 characters length. 10 dot if I specify it. So now I'm trying to read this particular date values. Which variable you want to read it? That is your J date. You have to specify the J date is the variable you have to specify. So once you specified the J date and running the program now and executing it, see what you have done. It's a month, date and year format. I'm just reading it. So once I got read it and go to the log message, log is also not saying any errors or anything. So now go to the join dates dataset. If you open it, you can see JDate with some numbers. Actually speaking, directly there is no relation between your date and the number what you are getting it right now. So what is this number? Is nothing but generally SAS default date will be the January 1st, 1960. So this is your SAS default date. So whenever you specified any date in SAS software and once you applied in format statement, automatically, so SAS will convert this date. That means the date what you specified it here. Suppose imagine it's a 12th, what I can say. So it's a December 10th, 2015 onwards. So that means January 1st onwards, December 10th 2015, how many days difference, those many days will be just calculating it. That means January 1st 1962, this particular date, how many days is difference? The days are, it's in around 20,432 days difference. The 32 day is refers to the value what you specified here, that is your 12th December 12th 2015 or something like that, right? So this is the number what you are getting it. That number is nothing but how many days difference between your values. So it will directly do the minus. Even for the same thing apply for this one also. So that is means December 6th 2015 onwards, that means January 1st 1960 onwards, December 6th 2015, how many days difference you will have that information as a numeric value. But actually speaking, there is no use of that numeric value for us as a human being, because when I try to read this particular data and when I'm writing a procedure called proc means procedure, I'm printing it, print data equal to your data set name. If I specify as a join dates, if I specify here and run it, so then there is no use. The same date will be get printed as it is without any change. That means that is your 2000 20,432 or some numbers, it is getting printed as it is. So we are expecting a date values here. How we are going to get the date values here? You have to write like a statement called format. You just write a format step. Within a format for the j date you are writing it joining date in the form of, what is the data in the form of, I need it again as a dd yy and 10 dot format if I'm writing it and semicolon. So now you see that and execute your program. Now you can see that that is your December 10th 2015, December 6th 2015, 9th, that is your September 21 2010, you will get it, right? So that is all how you are getting it. So informate is the statement converting this particular date, human understandable dates, into some numbers. Those numbers also meaningful numbers, it's not a unnecessary numbers or something like that. So it's a meaningful number. The numbers are coming from January 1st 1960 onwards, your date, that means that date minus this date, and you will get the number of days. The number of days it will show it as a default. Format is the statement will allow SAS to print that particular number as a proper data. So informant is the statement is used to convert a non-standard data into numbers. Format is the statement is used to convert a numeric numbers into a standard date format. So now you're clear and you can able to read the date values into SAS environment. The question is, the client, when they have provided the data to us, it's in a MMDDYY format. But now they want to show this particular reports in India at some places, but they need a report in a DDMMYY format. DDMMYY format. So in that case, what you need to do is you just change this particular format DD first, and after that month, after that year. Then automatically SAS will give you according to your format. Now you can see 10th December 2015, 16th December, sorry, 6th December 2015, and 21st September 2010, you will get it. Or else, maybe certain cases, you need year should be first you are expecting. Then YY, MM, DD. So that what happened, year will be the first. You can see the year will be the first, and after that month, and after that your date. So like that also you can write it. But guys, each time you have seen some of the changes. Earlier I have given hyphens and slashes and all, but the first output what you have generated right now, everything with slashes, because SAS default everything with slashes. If you write MMDDYY or YY, MMDDYY or DDMMYY, default you will get slashes. But if I write YYMMDD, default you will get it with dashes. So you can see in this example, the last example, first year whenever it is coming, you will get the dashes. So this is how you can able to write it. The thing is, if I run the program, what happen? The same rules, and if I run it and I go to the data set, if I open it, the data set also will have these numbers and all. That means it's a proper values, whatever you are printing it, you can able to see that information. But there are have certain cases, like if I write format statement in the proc step, because in Informat you cannot write it in the proc step, but format I can write it in the proc step. Format jdate yymm format dd10 dot. So if I run this particular program, you can see your output will not change anything, it will be the same. But you go to your data set and looking into your joins date still with your numbers. The reason behind that is you carefully observe data onwards up to run step is called data step, and you have used a format step. You have not used a format step in the data step at all. So you have used in the proc step. That means while producing a output only, it will be displayed your output of your format exactly, but inputs in this particular data step you will not see any values as a dates. It is just numbers because you have not applied the format. Maybe you may ask that, Naidu, can I move this particular Informat also to the output proc step? No, you cannot able to do that. So because Informat statement, you have to write it after your input statement only, then only it will be read into SAS environment. So, and then it will be clear. Any questions until here, reading a dates into SAS?
Yes, Naidu.
Yeah.
Um, if you execute the if you run the program, but we didn't get the output from Informat statement. Informat statement didn't execute it, right? When we use the format one.
No, Informat is the statement. Okay, let me just give you a raw idea to you. Okay, I will consider you as a layman. Suppose imagine you have a gold biscuit or maybe gold coin with you. Okay, now
Okay.
you will take that gold coin to the goldsmith. Why? Because you
Mhm.
want to make it as an ornament, as a chain or bracelet or maybe necklace, whatever you are interested on it. So that you will give that particular solidified format of your biscuit or coin or whatever it is to this goldsmith. Goldsmith, he'll melt it and he will give you the shape whatever your requirement is. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
Same thing here also. Whenever we are giving a some dates into SAS, so the Informat is the statement is just reading the dates as it is. That means that is a raw format. It is reading it. The Informat statement ultimately in the back end it will convert to the SAS understandable language. That is your liquid format of your gold.
Okay.
Okay, so then it will be again converted into a solidified format of your ornament by using a format statement.
Oh, okay. So every time we have to mention Informat format also
Yeah,
along with form.
compulsory. Suppose every time whenever you want to read the dates into SAS, Informat is the must. And if you want to
Mhm.
print the output in output window with the dates, it will be displayed you are expecting, then you have to write a format.
Yeah, okay.
Clear? Okay.
Yes.
Some cases you can see right now the output is displaying like this. Okay, some cases I need a dashes, some cases I need a slashes, some cases I need a point. So now the client requirement is let it be in the DDMMY10 dot format only, but I need a dashes. Okay, if they are asking what they are asking, I need a dashes, I need a points, I need a colons, I need a blanks in the middle instead of slashes. So then how you are going to get it? Yes, you can able to get it. What you have to do is in format we will not change anything. Format we will specify. If you need a dashes, then I will write first statement called maybe dd mm yy d means dashes 10 dot if I specify, including a dashes total 10 digits of your length of your format. You want to check it. See, 10th December 2015, 6th December 2015, 21st 9th 2010. Clear? Good. It's the same thing here also. Okay, so you have given a dashes. If I need a points, maybe you are thinking that what is the difference between earlier program and this output and earlier output. You just scroll up, then you come to know that earlier it is displaying as a year is the first, and that's the reason why you got the dashes. But now you see the date is first, still you got the dashes because you manually created and you have manually passed ddmmyy d10 dot, so that you will get the dashes. Suppose imagine the same example, I need it as a points, so then I will write it ddmmyy p10 dot, so that you will get the points instead of slashes. Can you see that? Sometimes you will write the dates like this also. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
Or maybe sometimes you need it as a colons. If you write with colon, so then your output will be, sorry, I should not write a colon here, it should be C. So if I write C, then if I run it, see, it will be displayed as a colons. So you need a dashes default, you need a points. Suppose if you need blanks, blanks in the sense, I don't want anything in the middle, it's just blanks I'm expecting. You just write B, so that you will get the blanks. Making sense? So
For
this type of,
slashes,
if
I
you
have to
need
write S.
slashes, okay, if
S.
you write yes also, without writing yes also, it will give you the output.
Hmm.
Okay, suppose if I write for slashes, if I write yes, then you will get the slashes, or else without writing yes also, default ddmmyy10 dot, what is the default value? It's a slashes only, you don't need to specify it. So colons, dashes, points, blanks, and
Like
slashes. Sorry?
if we change the format like YYDDMM, then we have to mention S, right? For slashes.
YYMMDD, you no need to worry, default you will get the dashes only.
If I want the slashes,
Okay, then,
slash
okay, so you are expecting the values as a YY
DD.
MMDD with yes, you are expecting. I'm not sure with whether this particular program will work or not. We'll try. Yes, you are correct. You will get the slashes. Clear?
Yes.
Right. So this is all about your reading a date formats. Okay, this is fine. And now this example, imagine I have a one more variable call, maybe some variable, I'm just specifying it here, J date and L date, that means leaving date of the patient. Maybe the person had joined, if this person had joined 10th, right, maybe he is leaving at 20th. This person had joined at 6th, maybe he'll leave at 16th. This person had joined at 21st and maybe he is leaving at 30. So now what happened? You can see both also, if you want to read it, you no need to specify the JDate MMDDYY format, and again for LDate also you need to specify again MMDDYY format. It is not like that. Just imagine. You no need to specify. Yeah, if you specify like this also, then there is no problem. Output will be just read it for the both variables also, and then while printing it, you can write JDate also, DDMMY standard format, and the same thing I will do for LDate also. So LDate also.
Naidu, there's
Just
2010.
you're right. Right. So DDMMYY D10 dot, I'm writing it for this. Then there is no question about it. The both dates also will be get displayed as per your requirement. But the question is, can't we able to read a one format to reading a two variables? Yes, I can do it. You just remove this one and run the program. So JDate and LDate, I'm reading it as a MMDDYY10 dot format. Yes, I can able to do it and run the program now. See, both also I'm just reading. Okay, Naidu, if you can apply this thing in your Informat statement, can't we do the same thing with the format also? Yes, we can do. Instead of writing ddmmyy d10 dot, if I write ddmmyy d10 dot for the both, then it will be applicable for your JDate and LDate also, it will be applicable. And if you run the program, and now you can see that, see, Either you go for both dates also with a single format. So like that, even 100 variables also you can write it just mentioning of a last format, writing a format at last, and even you can read all the 100 variables also. So you have done with JDate value, you have done with LDate value, and everything is perfect, right? And
Yes.
now we are moving into another concepts like a, okay, this is the date formats right now. That's fine. I will take this example for explaining something else. So maybe this is the data like a 09 or maybe 01 JAN 2015. Okay, this one may be 01 and Feb 2018. Maybe this one 01, or maybe I can write it anything. Why I need to write 05 June 2010. Let it be. So now my interest is I have a JDate. I want to read it as a MMDDYY format this time because the formats are different. For LDate, I need to specify as a separate format called date 9 dot format. You need to write it. Why? Because including a total date 9 digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Total 9 characters long. If I try to read it, yes, I can able to read it. Now I'm just writing it, and while writing also I have not written any format or anything. It's the same thing like earlier. You can see joining date still with some numbers only. JDate also with numbers and LDate also numbers. If I want to apply a format, I can apply the format as a proc print data equal to your data set name, that is your join dates, sorry, format. You have to specify the same format here also. So now you run it, the same thing will happen for your JDate and LDate values also. So now what happened? Joining date also 12th 10 2015, 1st Jan 2015. So everything is properly reading. Suppose imagine you have LDate in date 9 dot format. You are expecting JDate also in date 9 dot format. Then what you have to do, you just remove this MMDDY by 10 dot format from here. Then default, if I run this particular program, both will be in a date 9 dot format. If you want, you can check it. Automatically, SAS knows that this is the date and this is the month and this is the year, and remaining all those stuff will be get cleared. So you can specify or else you can write any way to any way. So DDMMYY or MMDDYY or date 9 dot format or any formats you can write it. That's up to you. Clear? Any questions still here? Some cases, yes, continue, madam.
Can't we sort the dates? I mean, by year, per
Yes,
day.
we can do it, madam. That I will tell you in upcoming classes to you. You can sort it.
Okay.
Okay, maybe you have to sort it. That's what your assumption. Then you can write proc sort data equal to your data set name. What is that? Join dates is your data set name by which variable wise you want to sort it? Tell me.
By year,
By
year wise.
year only I cannot able to sort it, but automatically if you give a date, automatically SAS will sort for you. You no need to tell any year or something like that. L date, I'm just specifying it and run. So now I will do the same thing, proc print step. I will write it after your sorting concept. If I run it, now you can see it just got sorted. These are default 2010, after that 2015, after that 2018. Clear?
Yes.
Or else maybe in a reverse manner you need it. You need to write descending. So descending of your L date, then 2018 first, after that 2015 next, and after that 5 June or something like that. That I will clearly explain this particular proc sort concept in upcoming classes of our day 10.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, we can do a
Okay.
sorting concept.
Okay.
Good. And apart from that, you specified the dates and you are just reading it. Some cases, maybe the date like this, even for your Jan 2003, these dates also like this. May know what exactly these dates are. Can we able to read it?
How to change
If
the
I run the program, what happened? Will it read? It is
no
reading or not? Yes, it will.
reading?
It will read.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you can write up to date 11.format so that you can increase up to 11 digits and for reading it, and while printing it, you need to write date 9.format. But because I don't want the slashes in the middle, so automatically slashes will be gone. Apart from that, I specified the 9 dot. Can I reduce it to 7 dot? Is it possible or not? Yes, I can. So in that case, what happened, year will be get dropped instead of uh, multiple years. That means 4 digits of your year will be just got displayed as a 2 digits only, because you reduce the size 9 to 7, so that the 2 digits is reducing on your year only. Right. Suppose if I reduce, I'm writing this one as a DDMMYY 8 dot. If I specify, then what happen? Here also same. The year will be get displayed as a 2 digits of your year. So that is fine. Some cases what happen, the data will be with us. The date will be like a 15. Maybe it is not. Yeah, it's a 10. How you are going to read this 10 as a right now? It is a just 10. You don't know it's a 1910. It is, you don't know it's a 2010 or maybe 1810 or anything. So then how you are going to read it?
2010, I think.
So if I run the program, by default, you just make it up to 10 digits to be displayed. The default, it will give it you, say, a 2010. But you are interested to read it as a 1910. Then how you do?
But the SAS program starting date is 1970,
But
right?
still, that means can't we able to handle the previous dates in SAS in that case? Suppose SAS
Mm,
software is now they have generated, but we got some analysis on 1900, maybe 1992 they have done some analysis or something like that. Maybe 1904 or 1945 they have done some analysis. They need that reports again back. Can't we able to handle those things with SAS?
maybe there is another option.
Yeah. What are the other options? You can write it a option. Suppose you are interested to read it as a 1910, then you need to write options year cut off equal to, then write what year you want to interested to read it. 1900. That means 1900 onwards up to 2000. 100 years of span, it will take the 2 digits of your year will be read as a 1910. If you want, you can see now. Can you see that 1910 right now?
Yes.
This one 1910. Earlier
Yeah.
it's a
2000.
2010. Now it's a 1910. It just got read. Or maybe
Yes.
imagine you have a from 1950 onwards I'm reading it. Okay, now I'm just reading it as a 10. Then what happened? Options year cut off
2000.
1950 and 10. Which 10 it is it 1950?
2010.
It's a 2010. Okay, if I run it, so then 1950 onwards 100 years up to 2050, it's a 2010. Suppose imagine if I write a 60, then
1960.
so it could be a 1960. Clear? So this is
Yes.
how you are going to read the dates. Some cases the dates in the form of Julian dates. What data info lab is your data set name, PID, age and JDate, and LDate is the variable. So JDate is the joining date, month, year, 7 dot format, month and year, total 7 digits length only. LDate I am writing Julian with 7 dot length. That means including Julian, that means total 7 digits length. So we know that it's a 2003 plus, what is this? What date it is? Generally how we calculate it? 2003 plus 32 days, 31 days for your January plus 1 day for your February. That is your February 1st. Again, the next date is nothing but 2003 plus here you can see 075. This date is nothing but 31 days for your January plus
28.
plus 28 days is
28.
February because it's not a leap year, plus 16 days is remaining, that is your March 16th. The next one is here 2003 plus 31 days for your January plus 28 days for your February plus 30 days, or else March how many days? 31?
31.
31 days for March plus 20 days is remaining, I hope. 20 days, that is your April 20th. So if you run this particular program, you will have first value as a 1st February, second value as a 16th March 2003, and third value as a 20th April of 2003. You will get it if you see it, and you will get the same. Now if I run it, you can run it, but here Jan 2003 only, but I need it as a DD also. Actually speaking, there is no date, only Jan and 2003, but there is no date. Where you will get the date from? You will get the date from DDMM. That means date automatically first day of the month will be considered as a date value. When I'm saying something as a something happened in a January, can I consider the first date or not? You don't know the
Yes.
a specific date name, so that the date, then I can say that maybe it happened January, means the worst case scenario I can keep it 1st January, or maybe something happened in February, I can take it as a 1st February, I can take it in my 1st March or something like that. If I run it, you'll get the same. See, 1st January 2003, 1st February 2003, 1st March 2003. So this one 1st February 2003, 16th March of 2003, 20th April of 2003. These dates we call it as a Julian dates, what we have in SAS. Clear? It's a Julian date formats.
Naidu, if I write 2003-01, is it run execute?
2003-01. You're writing
Mm-hmm.
like this.
Yes.
It is not reading. That is a problem in earlier example what I have given.
Yes.
So it should be 3 digits. Maybe it will work. I need to write one more dot. Let's see. Yeah, it's working.
Yeah.
So what happened, it should be with the 3 digits after that. 3 digits means 1 year, 365 days you can write it, right? Within that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
definitely you have to write. So 001 for a 1. So that
Okay.
is a mistake what I have done in earlier program.
Okay.
Right? So this is all
Yeah.
about different dates and how you can able to read these dates into SAS environment, how you can able to read and all those stuff we have seen. Anyone have any questions until here? We have completely looked into all the dates and how we can able to read it, and all those stuff one by one we have learned. Good. So if you don't have any questions, we'll leave for the day.